100 tiles, round 15. Everyone has chosen their classes and admiring their sweet new gear. Wait, hold on. What's green doing? That doesn't look like a class I came up with. I see. That's because it isn't. Did you make this yourself? I guess the tile does say the GM makes classes and you're still the Green Menace. Alright, fine, I'll let it slide. But only because you're not using it to give yourself the win. Yeah, apparently Green is just playing this game to mess with people now. What a twist. But honestly, a welcome one. Turn 1 purple. Purple is a bard, and their jack of all trades gives them a +1 to their movement roll, but their move is doubled. And they still have the ability to move backwards, so they move backwards 4 onto tile 21, which makes them inebriated and unable to choose a roll for the next round. So the very first thing the bard does is go to the nearest tavern and get drunk. Talk about dedication to the role. Turn 2 blue. I can't say I expected this choice of class from blue, but I'm sure they have a plan. Blue the sorcerer moves forward to tile 41. All tile 100s return to their original locations. Win-condition tiles cannot be moved from their original locations. A noble gesture. Now, because the sorcerer landed on a blank tile, wild magic triggers, and the only valid tile is their tile 40, which merges all universes, shuffling their tiles and players together. Now we're cooking with chaos.
Kaboom!
Universes Beta and Delta implode, and the board of Alpha undergoes drastic changes. Blue lands on Alpha Tile 41, and Red on Alpha Tile 43. Every unique tile from Beta and Delta are shuffled in next to their Alpha counterparts. Every other tile in those universes is added to the end of Limbo's track. Finally, it no longer becomes possible to create new universes, so Tile 9 is illegal and is destroyed. Whew, that makes things much simpler for everyone. 1 universe and 1 limbo, as nature intended. Turn 3 black. I figure barbarian is fitting for a BBEG in this game. With it, I can impede players and gain a sort of limited immunity. But I'll hold off on doing anything crazy yet. A 4 puts me on tile 1, which is blank. Finally, a tile for the sad figui. All ongoing speed bonuses from tiles are disabled, and those tiles are destroyed. All players move backwards a number of tiles equal to half their current tile number rounded up. I figure we should get rid of that speed boost before it gets out of hand. Especially now that everyone's using it. Turn 4 red. Red is an artificer, and their homunculus is a yellow rabbit. Adorable. Red's 4 is boosted to an 8, putting them on tile 48. The player who landed on this tile listened to too much 3 Days Grace and has incited a multiversal riot. You know, call me culturally challenged, but I don't think I've ever heard this band. Let's listen to them now. Hot dang. This is the good stuff right here. Really gets you in the mood for vengeance. Red has excellent taste, though I already knew that. Red's homunculus rolls a 4, which is also boosted to 8. Since this wouldn't land them on any colored tiles, they decided to scout ahead. Remember when Green and I laid a bunch of traps, hidden tiles down in round 13? Yeah, those still exist. Red's rabbit is looking for them. Thankfully, nothing seems to be on tile 56. Turn 5 green. Green is a warlock, apparently. Green invokes the power of their pact magic to move backwards 5 instead of forwards. A bit of a stretch, but hey, you're the GM. So they land on the notorious tile 20. Green gets to pick another word to remove from existence. Existence, in this case, being Universe Alpha. Alright, let's hear it. What fresh hell awaits us now? Can? 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 Oh, jeez, okay.
Kaboom!
Again. The cans have been canned. This changes a lot of tiles in subtle ways. But most importantly, it has a huge effect on the class abilities. Generally speaking, many abilities that were optional are now required. Yikes. 2 apocalyptic events in 1 round? Can't wait for the game state where every single move results in the board getting chucked into a blender. Turn 6 yellow. Yellow is the rogue. And now, their sneak attack must activate once per round if possible. Looks like purple is the only player in range, so yellow does a drunken dance with purple before taking their roll this round. 6. Which is of course boosted to 12. Pickpocket first activates on purple, who has several things which could be stolen. One of these is chosen randomly, and it's their helpfulness. Though since yellow already has helpfulness, the yellow is now double helpful, I guess? I don't think that does anything. Yellow also passes orange, and the only thing orange has is a few coins. I'm making the call that, when stealing coins, the rogue steals half of them rounded down. Yellow now has 2 coins, and orange has 3. With all of that done, yellow makes it to tile 31, the graveyard. After paying their respects, yellow is primed to the totally not suspicious at all red 29, and enjoys a cookie and soda for their troubles. What else does red have in store for them here? Nothing. There really is nothing suspicious about this tile. Fancy that. Turn 7 orange. Orange is the monk, and thanks to the can ban, must activate Step of the Wind. Well, they were going to activate it anyway, so there. Now, because 6 times 4 is an absolutely monstrous 24, I'm making the call that roll multipliers multiply the base roll. So instead of a times 2, it's a plus 100%. So orange moves 18 spaces instead. This lands them on tile 42, which is blank. Wait a minute, no it isn't. Orange has discovered a hidden green tile. Let's read it. Trigger the effects of every tile of your color. Oh boy. Strap yourselves in, everyone. This is about to get funky. Let's go through them in order. Tile 7. Game is already primed, so nothing happens. Tile 10. Move backwards 2 spaces or 3 spaces. I asked Orange and they said 2 spaces, which is reasonable. This lands them on the blue tile 41. All tile 100s return to their original locations. Unfortunately, Alpha's tile 100 is in limbo, meaning it technically doesn't exist. So this tile does nothing except establish a ruling that win condition tiles can't be moved from here on out. However, it does prime orange to the defunct 37. Stack resume. Tile 16. Another A is summoned on tile 1. A's back. Still doesn't do anything yet. Tile 18. Remember when this tile was triggered in round 11? Yeah, ultimately it didn't actually do anything, and that hasn't changed. Tile 22. Orange now has 8 coins. Tile 27. Tile 27 is now officially a cheese tile, and another A is placed on tile 1. Tile 28. Ludicrous speed! Actually, hold on a minute. Landing on this tile. This tile wasn't landed on. It was only activated by another tile. So, nothing happens. Yes, I'm taking every excuse to not let this effect go through. Can you blame me? Tile 31. This tile is already a graveyard. Tile 32. Orange now has 18 coins. Tile 33. Orange moves forward another 4 tiles, placing them on tile 40. However, there are no universes other than Alpha, so this tile does nothing. Tile 34. Alright, now this does something interesting. Note that it says A is placed there, which implies that it moves an existing A. Random.org gave me a 35. So one of the A's is moved to tile 35, and now it wants to make its way to the nearest cheese tile, tile 27. Since no movement rules were defined, it will default to the same as a player's movement, 1d6 per round. And tile 37 was abolished. Golly gee willikers, that was a head rush hour. Orange got a lot richer, the A's are back with a vengeance, and orange was moved around a lot, but not much else really happened. Oh, and because the green tile is now exposed, and green is still illegal, tile 42 is destroyed. We are finally down to the end of the round. Rats still have nothing to do in limbo, but the A on tile 35 gets to move. 4 doubled to 8. A moves to tile 29 and hits up the rest stop. Purple and yellow encounter it for the first time. There's a standoff, but nothing else happens. I won't take up any more of your time. Here's the rolls for next round. There is one more small thing. Since this game might be going for a while and I understand people have lives, I'd like all players to name a backup, a person who you allow to take your turn/actions for you in case you can't respond for any reason, just to keep the game moving. It can be anyone as long as I have a way to contact them. No rush on this. Anyway, that's it. Do the YouTube stuff and the Discord stuff and I'll catch you next round. Good luck, players.